Can you checkmate? White is winning here, but you must find the best moves. And first off, your rook here is being attacked immediately, so it makes sense you would want to move it away to safety. However, the issue is if you move it to any safe square, well then you give black the opportunity to play the move bishop over to h5 check. And here, because your king is so stranded out in the open, if you allow black to play even one check, it's basically already over for you, because one check means that black will be able to keep checking you and keep checking you and keep checking you until eventually they will get some sort of checkmate. They simply have too many pieces surrounding your king. So going back to the original position, that does cross out a lot of moves. For example, here you could also take black's rook on h7. However, because here black doesn't have to capture back, they can play bishop to h5 check. You already know this variation is very bad for you. So what if instead you try to check them first? You can play the move here, knight into g6 check, which does look more promising because black, after the capture, you can now retake their queen, and they have a lot of threats they now need to deal with. However, here they do have a different check. This time they have rook down to h2, and unfortunately you're going to be dealing with all of the same problems. This position is still bad for you. However, you do have another very interesting move, that being playing queen into g6 immediately. Now, why in the world would you want to sacrifice your queen like this and let black capture? Well, here they do have to take you because otherwise you have too many threats. And after you take back their knight here, they are forced to move their king over to g8, where they're in a very dangerous spot. Now, if you try playing rook up to e8, this is not going to work because black unfortunately will always have some way to run their king away to safety. However, in this position right here, imagine if you had this exact position, but your bishop on e6 here was gone. It was just completely off the board. In that case, you could play bishop over to c4 check, and that would actually be almost checkmate. After black blocks the queen, you can recapture, their king would be completely and utterly stuck. So, is there a way that you can force this exact same position, but with your rook gone? Yes, there is, and that is by playing everything the same, but with the move rook up to e8 check first. Black must capture, and now you play queen into g6. All the same ideas apply. Black captures, knight takes g6 check, they move over, but now you have bishop c4 check. It is not blocked by your rook. Black must block their queen, you capture, and this is a nice bishop and knight checkmate.